Apple juice for two.
Apple juice for two. Apple juice for two.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Apple Juice for Two exclusive interview. Today we are thrilled to be joined by Mikel Simmons.
Hello, everybody.
Mikel, thank you so much for joining us.
This is like a different kind of camera. I'm like not used to like no one being behind the cameras. I'm like,
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
yeah.
hi, how are you? How are you doing?
Different experience, I'm glad.
No, yeah, we are doing good. If you don't already know, Mikel is a co-star of the shows Southern Hospitality that has been airing on Bravo TV. Did the season end already?
It ended, so we're like crossing our fingers that it will come back again.
Right, yeah, so now you're like waiting to...
It's a waiting period, but you know, the season one was great, so you can still watch the Peacock.
Nice.
That's the best part about it.
It's amazing.
That's awesome, yeah. Are you pleased with how it turned out? I'm just going to move this a little closer to you.
There you go. I definitely, honestly, yeah, it was an interesting roller coaster of a ride for sure.
Nice.
Sure.
But I definitely, I'm happy with the results. I'm kind of like hoping for more. I kind of want you to see the rest of like our lives. It's
Yeah.
like, we kind
So,
of looked
yeah.
in the cliffhanger, so kind of like,
Uh-huh.
hopefully you guys kind of see like how it all like
Grows
process
from there,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Exactly.
been
How y'all can expand upon that ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
No, for sure.
Well, so just starting from the beginning, like, how did you come into contact with Leva? Like, how did you get started there?
Oh my gosh. So I met Leva about 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Oh, okay, nice.
All right.
Probably right around when COVID was like starting to slowly like stop in the
Okay.
capacity.
I
But
see.
I know Catherine's my friend, so I met her through Catherine in the way. I went to Republic all the time,
Gotcha.
and then but really more it was like Maddie was my big connection to everything Charleston.
Really? Okay.
So yeah, so I met Maddie through Instagram.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow,
Okay,
okay.
nice. Did you just like reach out to her or like?
She reached out to me actually. So
Wow.
yeah, it was more of like
amazing.
so like during COVID times, it was like everyone was like trying to like get people back in their doors. So I already had a follow Instagram already. 'Cause I did a lot of like protesting things down here in
Right.
Charleston. So I
Right,
got a great
exactly,
following
yeah.
from that. And during the Black Lives Matter movement stuff that happened, and so I had
That
a following.
summer and stuff. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was intense
and
summer.
so she it was crazy.
Right.
But she reached out to me, hey, you might come in, like, you know, I'm posting for us on Instagram, like, you know, you're
Yeah.
here, blah blah blah, whatever. Offer me free VIP service, whatever. And so I knew Maddie through Grace, so I grew up with Grace.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah,
kind
we're
of
all three at Wando.
yeah, like, we all the
alums,
ones,
Wando-
yeah.
Wando
There's no
alum.
warriors.
right? Yeah, that's like, exactly.
warriors.
Yes. Represent.
Yeah, it's really fucking funny how small the world is. honestly.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. It
So
really
it's
Reminded
like
every
every
day.
connection is based off of like you can meet one person and then this one person can meet someone else and like you have a job at this place and now you have a connection with this person. It's just like
You never
know
know.
who you're talking
Yeah.
to. You never know
Exactly.
how like any fucking door can like open up by a simple hello.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah, that's like something I guess you're coming away with, like a new perspective on just like treating everybody like a way that.
No, because that's honest. It's even like when you're like, even like walking into like NBC a couple of months ago, it's just like you never know who you're talking to. You never know the
Right.
person that's overhearing a conversation. You never know the person that's opening your door. You never know like what they're saying. It's like you could literally have a conversation with one person who you could like think is just like lesser than you, and that
Right.
one person has the air
So
of
much-
someone bigger
yeah,
than you.
there's
Exactly,
So
yeah.
much power.
So it's just like you just never freaking know. That's why I feel like with our cast, we definitely treat our production team like family. Like that was my favorite part about the entire experience was the production team.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh my god, those are my favorite people. I literally I love them.
That's true. I mean, you probably got to know them a lot and stuff.
I
and-
mean, they're literally with me every step of my life. So it's kind of I feel like they're like my best friends, and they don't even know that they're my best friends. Cause I'm like I know every aspect of my life.
Yeah.
You see me in my
Yeah.
worst, my good, and my bad. So kind of makes great.
yeah, no, that's really
That's
nice
interesting.
actually.
It's interesting. Wow.
Well, so like, in your opinion, what do you think like makes the nightlife in Charleston specifically like unique?
It's a hidden freaking gem. Like you would
Really?
not think in Charleston that there would be a nightlife scene. You would think there would be a music scene. You would think there would be an art scene. You would think it's just more historical base.
Like a
Right.
tourism based
Yeah.
thing or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like this weird underground like hidden gem, which I've always called it that. But it's like you think you know Charleston, but we're the biggest party scene that's very undercover.
Yeah, literally one of the largest bachelorette party like destinations. Like people come here to experience
yeah.
the Charleston nightlife.
Because I remember Googling for my 21st birthday, where should I go? And Charleston was on it, but I remember when I started working in the scene, I'm like, this is like a low key party spot. Like no one has any idea about it.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
I love. Kind of
Yeah.
it keeps it kind of sacred, keeps kind of unique, but unfortunately now we put it on the map. a little bit.
No,
a little bit.
we're gatekeeping
Where,
Charleston's
like,
nightlife.
I
We're
really
gatekeeping
wanted
this.
to keep it, but like everyone's just because it's funny. We were the first city to actually open up during COVID for like nightlife.
Okay.
So there was like weekends we were like nights like $100,000, $200,000 nights.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yeah. Everybody was really excited to
Yeah,
get back
just
out
like,
and stuff.
We
I
were the
bet.
only destination people could travel to.
Right.
Where you could like be in the bar. It was like during like the 11 p.m. curfew time, but like you
Right. I
could be in
remember.
the
Oh my God, that
bar.
was-
I miss the 11 p.m. curfew. I miss
because you go to bed at 12, maybe.
Well, I mean, but
You
you
get
get to go,
sleep.
you get to go to the after party at like 12.
Oh,
and then
I
you're
see,
home
okay.
by like 3 or 4 versus
Nice.
being
Okay, you're
like,
still getting home and like getting sleep. Okay.
you know, versus being like I'm going to the party at like 4 a.m. Not home at like 5 or 6,
I
and
see.
I'm like having to work. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. It's funny how like, you know, everything changed for like coming out of that summer and that whole like lockdown thing. Like
Right.
we all had to like kind of grow through that. Like our age group specifically.
Right. Yeah.
It was. I worked through the entire thing, so I didn't get the little downtime that everyone else had. I'm still pissed about that. Like, I'm so angry. I'm like, if it ever happens again, which I'm not saying it should happen again, but if it ever anything that were to cause us to like have downtime again, I'm quitting my job.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am quitting it the first chance. Like,
Cam and I actually had a little taste at Nightlight Steve when we did our first Man on the Street. That was when that's when the bar still closed at 11 p.m. And you would have thought that it wouldn't have been
Was
much.
it really still that?
That was
like,
still
wow.
11 p.m. And we got a lot.
Feels
out of
like
that.
so much
So many
long
people
ago,
were
yeah.
out still, and I felt so sad because people would be waiting in lines of like 40, 50 people,
Yeah.
and it's like 10:45.
and then and then it's like there was like capacity limits
Right,
too.
exactly.
But that's why I told someone like we were talking about this. I was like, when COVID kind of happened, I sort of forgot about it. Because it was just like in Charleston, it kind of stopped. I'm not saying it's like it's still going on in the world today, but
Right.
like in the like
Lockdown sense of it.
yeah,
like,
it was just like
I remember we all thought we were gonna die. You know what I mean?
no,
Like we thought it was
the
just in the air.
panic, yeah, the uneasiness, like we didn't know what to expect.
yeah, I didn't get so it's funny, I got COVID like once things opened back up.
Nice.
But the moment the doors opened, I ran to the first restaurant I could find, and I was so happy. I was just so
Yeah, I
happy.
bet. Yeah. Okay, well, so obviously, you know, on the show,
Yeah.
like your experience coming out was a big part of
Yeah.
your arc and everything. How was that? Like, what was that experience like during filming, and then what was it like seeing it play out like on TV after that? Like a third person perspective.
It was kind of weird to say. I went in front because I never really felt the
It must
need.
just be trippy. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
it was like filming. So like filming it, I never really thought I had to like come out per se. But like but when you're sharing your life with people, it's like it relates to multiple
Right.
people, you know.
Exactly.
And so like when I was sitting there, I remember like talking to my producer about talking things like what I wanted to do and stuff like that, like what I saw for my life.
Right.
It was fucking hard. It was like,
I bet.
because
Yeah.
I mean, like growing up in the church, parents are pastors, grew up in the South, and the South part isn't really the issue. Like my friends are the most supportive friends I've had during this entire process.
Right.
But it would. I mean, even now, it's like still I can't even watch certain clips of the show that regard that because it's like I'm still technically processing it. Like
Yeah,
honestly,
no, I
Right.
bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's-
not many people have that to reference and like watch.
yeah,
Exactly.
And so I'm watching myself like, you really just did this. It wasn't
Yeah.
until like I think 2 or 3 weeks ago maybe I sat down. It was like a random day, and I was kind of like, "Holy shit, you just came out!
Right.
Holy shit, you're on TV now! Holy shit, your life has just changed." So it's kind of like I didn't just like casually come out on social media. I kind of came out to like
On a
million
huge
people.
stage.
Yeah, you know,
Exactly.
On a-
so like
yeah.
a huge network that has
Yeah.
millions and millions of people in this. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, damn,
I really did that.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked. Like I'm
You're still processing that.
no,
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
shocked as hell. I'm like,
Yeah.
did I really just decide to say this is what my life is now? And now
Well, I mean, it seems like it's had a great effect. I mean, you've gotten recognition with GLAAD and everything.
yeah, we
like,
got nominated for Glad Award. That was so freaking crazy. It was. I remember it was like right after our Pride-based episode, like, and everyone loves my dad. Like my dad, I think
Really?
my dad's the breakout star of the show. Versus me.
That's awesome.
It's all about me.
I
Like,
think
we
he was
want
the
him.
breakout star.
Yeah.
But it was like after that was cool. Like people were talking about the scene we did together, and like getting like a season 1 show getting nominated for an award like that. That's fucking crazy. And so, I mean, I guess we did something right. I guess you could say.
Yeah, definitely.
But I remember I was talking to Maddie. We were driving. This was before we started filming. That was when I was just like questioning if I wanted to do it, if I didn't want to do it. And she was just saying to me like, you have a story, you have a life, you have a journey that other people can relate to, and it's such a because like you never really hear you really never really hear my journey
Right.
kind of talked about in
There's
the
not much
world.
representation.
Yeah,
for that,
it's
right.
like yeah, people who are coming out struggling with their parents, but it's like I'm a pastor's kid. I work for a church. I'm very prominent in my city, and like bam, coming out. So it's just like there's probably somebody, and then just from that, I gotten so many DMs and conversations from people who are just like, I'm a pastor, or my parents are pastors, or I'm like, oh shit, so there's people in here who need to hear this conversation.
Right.
Right.
So I mean, I believe everything may not be always for you, but it can always be for somebody else. So it's like I'm still processing it, but like I'm glad that this little seed I planted is now like blossoming other flowers for the fucking
Of course,
people, you know?
and like you can see it as like Charleston's history specifically.
Yeah.
Like there's a documented record. Like now, this time in 2023, like this is where we're at.
Yeah.
We're such a very, I guess the word is liberal maybe, or very, not liberal, but very, we're like a very,
The peninsula specifically.
Yeah,
is,
more
It's-
Charleston. That I would say
yeah.
that the city of Charleston is more progressive than other towns. And
yeah,
cities in,
you would think, because
in
like
South
it's
Carolina.
very artsy, it's very like a lot of just things that you would not think, like it reminds me of I call it like a mini LA is what I call it. It's like Charleston's like a mini LA in my head. It's just more of a like a smaller structure of it, but it's so diverse, so many capacities.
Yeah.
Especially college Charleston, like that entire
That's
fucking
that's what I
campus
was thinking.
is
Like
just
there's a lot of smart young people here, like trying to
like everyone's like music, singing, art, food, even like our like I'm pretty sure like our biggest drive in career money wise is food and bev.
Right.
On top of like compared to doctors as well. So it's like we have a whole entire group of people who are making money off of things that don't even require a degree.
Exactly.
So I'm like, like my friend that works with the street at High Cotton, they're just like he's making bank.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly,
For his
yeah.
art, his craft,
It is crap. It's literally a fucking art.
I also think that's really just like touching the way Maddie kind of encouraged you to tell your story like that. Does that like support come from the whole Republic team, do you feel? Or like is that what close relationship you have with them?
Definitely a lot of them for sure. I mean, it's so I remember I was doing an interview for something and they were asking me a question about like how does it feel like, being gay in the South? I'm like, it's not as hard as you really think it is. It's like it's my guy friends who are pushing me more towards relationship with men than my girlfriends are doing stuff like that. And also I think it's just like I feel like for me, I feel like our group is a very supportive group, and we're also like things don't define who you are. Because I personally believe that you can date women all your life and now also you like a guy. You can date girls all your life. It's like vice versa. I think sexuality and life is very, very fluid in general.
Right.
Exactly.
So like here comes time in my life where I'm like, okay, I've been dealing with this for a while, but I've also had friends who have been like, holy shit, I've never swung this way, but like I kind of like this person. I'm like, well then like that person. Don't worry about the labels of it. Just like that person.
Exactly.
You can learn stuff about yourself throughout life. Yeah.
And so our group is very much about like nothing defines you. Like I could literally be like, all right, well, everybody, I'm straight now. They're like, all right, you're straight now. All right, you're good. Which I'm not, but
Let the record show.
No, but it's like it's crazy, like how they're just we support each other in things that it needs to be supported in. Like all the good like life stuff is like I got your back. Like,
yeah, maybe like when the guys dressed up in drag, they learned something about themselves.
no, I mean, you never know. You may have woken something, but even like that was the main representation in my head with pride. Because I don't know much about the LGBTQ plus community like that. I'm learning every day because I'm like, I don't fucking know a lot of shit about it. But I do know that like when I think of the word pride, I don't think it's just like this only gay based thing. I think it's like you can be prideful in so many other ways and like showing support. So like I ask my friends like, hey, you want to dress up and drag me my friend for it? Come on. And like just seeing like the courage of like they're so comfortable in their sexuality. They're like, we know who we are, but if this isn't gonna help support you, then let's help support you. And a lot of people didn't like understand like there's a little backlash in that I saw on Twitter. But the part is like I'm such a huge person of like where if I can applaud a gay man for dressing up in drag, I can applaud a straight man dressing up in drag for representation and for like supporting.
Showing the solidarity.
There's something different. There's a difference between mocking and supporting.
Right.
And even if you watch that episode, it's just like it was. Do you mind doing it out of support? It wasn't. Let's go make a buffoonery of it. Like no, like they're supporting me, and so like
a celebration of it.
Yeah, and that's what pride is a fucking celebration. Like literally what you just said. Right. So I think it's if we just stop like trying to label everything or trying to assume people's like actions are good or bad. It's like if they're showing it, if they're showing support, if it's coming from a good place, then give them grace and compassion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at. I mean,
yeah, no, that's really important. And it's amazing that you have that support system there where you work.
Yeah.
No, it's great, especially in Charleston.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially in Charleston.
I thought it was funny. My favorite part of the show probably was like you and TJ's dynamic. And like how that grew and evolved. Like, how are you? Are you guys cool? You guys chill now? How's that relationship?
We are. It's a working relationship. I remember we sat down. We were talking a couple days ago. Actually, we got brunch.
Nice.
I was like, I want to continue to work on our relationship off cameras because it's like we were friends before we filmed, and we got kind of rocky towards filming, and then as you saw, we were very non-friends. I mean, there was a
things
lot,
played out.
I mean, things definitely played out. Jinx were thrown, bitches were being called bitches, and stuff like that. And it's a relationship. So it's just like it's going to go through the ups and downs. So you have to put in the effort if you want it to work.
Right.
So I feel like with me and TJ, especially, we made the effort to say, no, okay, I was wrong, you were wrong, cool. You were wrong, I was wrong. And we said we want to work on our relationship. So like even like this week, we said we need to get lunch once a week and just like talk and check on each other. Because it's like it's so easy to be friends when everyone is around, but like where's the foundation at? Like where is the real? Because if our only foundation is work and filming a reality TV series, and like then there's gonna be nothing there.
Right.
And so it's just like our relationship before was work based. So of course there was no structure and some substance to it. But like he's my friend. You know, now, and I'm happy about it, and I'm like, hopefully we stay friends. And anyway, if you want to start acting crazy again, then we can go back to being friends. But you know, the ball's in your court. I'm just feeling like I'm happy. I'm a lone wolf, so I'm good.
Right. I mean, yeah. Sometimes, like in life, the people we're closest with and care the most about, though, when the kind of goes south, it can go really south.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why, because that's I think the biggest thing. I think a lot of things about a lot of arguments that happened this season were like a lot of hurt feelings. And so it's just like, it weren't just like entitled, like people's feelings were hurt. And so just like, you could have felt like me not doing my job way. Like, I don't understand it, but like, I will validate someone's feelings no matter what it is. So it's like, the emotions are gonna be very, very high. That's why like, a lot of things were just like so intense because we all do care about each other. Even like when me and TJ weren't talking, there was a situation that happened where I would beat this guy's ass for TJ because it's like I can call TJ a bitch, but you can't call TJ a bitch.
Right.
So it's like
you haven't earned that yet.
You haven't earned that yet. But like
that's
how our group is. Our group, it's like we can argue and fight with each other, but like
it's the better. Like yourselves.
But we can argue and fight. But the rest of everyone else is like, I'm coming for your neck. Like, it's like
exactly. That obviously comes from a different place when they're just like out to get them from the outside.
Like we argue, but we're like brothers and sisters. So it's kind of like some days we hate each other, some days we don't. Some days we love each other, some days we don't. And like right now, some of us are in a very rocky relationships with each other. But it's all. I mean, we all work together. We all party together. We all see each. That's the hardest thing. Is I see these people every fucking day. I'm kind of fucking tired of them. Like that's just the biggest thing. I'm like fucking tired of them. Honestly.
Right. Exactly.
Wait, that's one of the producers on our show. He was
Oh really?
Yeah.
It was Jared.
What's up, man?
Nice.
You doing good?
Sorry. No, you're good. Okay, so one more thing, and then we can kind of wrap this up if you want. But you've been getting back into singing and stuff.
I have, yeah, dude. So that's like my main passion, like drive and goal in life. It was a thing that it's kind of where I stopped singing after I left working for a church. And it kind of like made me kind of just feel very PTSD about it. And so like I had just kind of stopped singing. And I started doing karaoke.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I miss singing.
I've seen it.
Isaiah's on that karaoke.
When it said live. Too bad I didn't have my mic and camera. Like, I'm coming right now.
No, but like I started singing more, and then I started singing with my friends in Midnight City Band. And so now I'm working on the EP, which is super, super fun. I'm super excited for everyone to hear about. But it's like, it's a song that I did before that we reimagined the entire thing. And it's...
Are you working with Midnight City on
I
writing?
am.
Nice.
Awesome. There's some... I mean, we have some big things planned. So
okay,
I'm like, I can't say about it yet because it's not my role to say about it. But I'm excited. Like, I love Brian. I love all of them, and they've been nothing but supportive for me, and like even giving me opportunity to sing with them every single time I'm there. It's just like great. I go support them because they're my friends, but like Taylor, Joelle, like all of it's just like
they're really talented.
And the thing is, we all came from the church.
Oh, really? So that makes sense. Okay, cool.
A lot of musicians and singers were made.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
So I'm excited. So it's gonna be like a new journey for me for sure. But I'm excited to kind of like really show my art and show like my like show because like we are all artists.
Right.
It's a very very vulnerable place to be to show your music, to show your
How you're
craft.
feeling.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cause like that's like me literally saying it's like it goes even beyond reality TV. It's like here's like I'm sharing with you my life, but like here's the inside of my feelings, my mind. Like you're
Yeah.
and so it's like I'm very nervous and scared, but it's gonna be fucking exciting though.
Yeah. Do you think that you know, kind of getting more in touch with yourself and having that confidence around coming out on the TV show kind of catapulted you in that trajectory?
I honestly fucking think it did because I remember we were doing a scene and someone was just like, you just need to sing like stop being in this cage of things. Because even like when I was singing, one of my friends, she goes, "You're holding back." I could tell. It's just, and I started, I'm like, damn, like it's me coming out. Like also, like why I say to you, if you even watch the show, the trajectory of how angry and upset I was about a lot of shit, then to coming out to my brother, then coming out, it's just like I felt this weight lift off me.
Yeah, you have a piece like around it.
And you can express that, like in your music. That's amazing.
And cause the thing is, there's so many things that we don't understand that are literal, like they all connect. So it's just like your anger from your childhood can be the reason why you're not good at doing your job because it's like there's so many things to connect. So me not coming out caused me to be more like, okay, I need to protect myself, I need to defend myself. So it's like me by myself because I feel so isolated and alone, which is now projecting as me being aggressive and angry and yelling and arguing and always like wanting to fight. There's also going to like where it's like, oh, you need to sing a song, but it's like you're so afraid of like being yourself. Yeah. Now that's attacking you being able to even like hit this note. And so I learned. I've learned it's like when I say to you, art and music, it's a mental thing because I used to do vocal coaching, and when I was doing my vocal lessons, she goes, I can sing the song the right way and be fine. She goes, something's off. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And it will turn into a therapy session, and then I'll sing it again because like it's even when you look at a piece of art, like you can see the emotions in it. Like ballet and opera, it's like I will weep my fucking eyes out because I can see the uniqueness in the art of like what's happening. Yeah. So it's just like it's all tied into each other.
Exactly.
And like I sound like a fucking like conspiracy theorist, but like everything really all connects. It's like every little thing. And so it's just like that's why I realized with the singing thing, it's like I had to just fucking come out again. Honestly.
Well, that's a really valuable perspective, and you know, we're glad you're there. And honestly, on that note, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, no, I want to do it again. I would love to be back here, but I love what you guys are fucking doing, and I love.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, we need more
time out to even like be here. Like,
I fought.
It's been a long time coming because we've been trying to get
I
you on
know,
for a while.
and I was like, I can't do it, and I'm like, but I really wanted to fight for this because I want to support us Charleston people, and like really just show.
That. Thank you.
Awesome.
You
guys are great.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for helping me.
Thank
do
you.
all this and help me get here and stuff.
Absolutely. Well, everybody go watch Southern Hospitality on Bravo TV
and on Peacock.
And on Peacock.
And tell your mom and dad stream on Peacock, and your uncles, your aunts, your mistress, your cousins, all of them. Your baby daddy, baby mama, all of them.
Exactly.
Sure, all of them.
All right, thanks, man.
See you guys later.
Apple juice for two. Apple juice for two. Apple juice is the pump.